कल्पादौ हरिणा स्वयं जनहितं दृष्ट्वैव सर्वात्मनां प्रोक्तं स्वस्य च कीर्तनं प्रपदनं स्वस्मै प्रसूनार्पणं सर्वेषां प्रकटं विधातुमनिशं श्रीधन्वि नव्ये पुरे जातां वैदिकविष्णुचित्ततनयां गोदाम् उदारां स्तुमः. This shloka from the Goda Chatushloki explains the reason for Sri Bhumi Devi to take birth as Andal and to sing Tiruppavai. In the Krita Yuga, Bhagavan took birth as Varaha to save Bhumi Pirati, who was hidden under the sea by an asura named Hiranyaksha. So Bhagavan took birth as a boar and he fought with Hiranyaksha, killed him and he brought up Bhumi Devi from the waters and saved her. But after doing this, Sri Devi was not content. She said, "You were able to come and save me when I was in trouble, but all of our children, all the people living in the worlds are also having a lot of troubles. So what can they do to get rid of those troubles and to be happy and to get moksha?" Then Bhagavan explained to her a very simple way to reach him, and Bhumi Devi wanted to convey this method to everyone in this world. That is why she took birth as Andal and preached the message that Varaha Perumal told to her. That is done in today's Pashuram, the fifth Pashuram of Tiruppavai. Maayanai, Mannu Vadamadurai Maindhanai, Thuya Perunir Yamunai Thurevanai, Ayar Kulathinil Thonnum Ani Vilakkai, Thayai Kudal Vilakkam Seida Thamodharanai, Thuyomaai Vandunam Thumalar Thuvit Tholudu, Vayanal Padi Manathinal Shindikka, Poyapidayum, Puhudaruvan Ninnanavum, Thiyinil Thushahum, Sheppelor Empavai. This is today's Pashuram. Here, Andal says, Maayanai Thamodharanai Cheppu. That is what Varaha Perumal instructed to her. Maayanai Mannu Vadamadurai Maindhanai. Bhagavan is a Mayavi. He has extraordinary powers that we cannot imagine at all. Maya does not mean imaginary. It does not mean false. It means something extraordinary, something that we cannot comprehend easily. Suppose someone does an activity and we see it and we know how he has performed the trick, then we would not be amazed. When we don't know how someone has done something, we call it magic, we call it Maya. So, Maya is not something that is non-existent. It is not illusionary or imaginary. Maya is something that is extraordinary and not easy to comprehend. Similarly, Bhagavan here is called Mayan. He is the one who uses Maya. Maya is nothing but Vayunam Jnanam. It is his extraordinary intellect, his ability and capability to do extraordinary things. Atimanusha Sheelavritta Veshaihi, Ativrittamara Vikrama Pratapaihi, Atilanghita Sarvaloka Samyam, Varaye Vaishnava Vaibhavavataram. This is a shloka of Kurattalvan in Atimanusha Stavam. Here he says, Atimanusha Sheelavritta Veshaihi. The activities, the qualities and the nature of Bhagavan is transcending all that we know in humans. Atimanusham. Manusham means that which is present in humans. Atimanusham is something which transcends us. That is how Bhagavan is, and so he is called Mayan. Maayanai. The great Maya that he does is when he is so superior, when he is the creator, sustainer and destroyer of all worlds, when he is the one who controls everything, he has taken birth as Krishna, as a cowherd, as the son of Yashoda, as someone who plays with a few young kids, as someone who pranks little girls, and as someone who does not know how to save himself. He expects others to come and save him. This is the Maya that he does. When he is so supreme, he has hidden all that and taken birth as a very simple person who is easy to approach. That is why Andal calls him Mayan. He is extraordinary. He is not easy to comprehend. Maayanai Mannu Vadamadurai Maindhanai. Bhagavan took birth as a small boy in Vadamadurai. Mathura in Uttar Pradesh now is the place where Krishna was born. So there Mannu Vadamadurai. Bhagavan Lord Krishna has a lot of affection for Madura. Mannudhal means being very attached to something. Mannu Vadamadurai, Bhagavan, when he took Vamanavatara, came to this Madhura and did penance there. So in the first Krita Yuga, there is some connection between Madhura and Bhagavan. Similarly, in the next Yuga, Treta Yuga, Rama sent his brother Shatrughna to the same place to kill an Asura and re-establish the village or the town that was there. So again in Treta Yuga also there is a connection between Rama and Mathura. In Dwapara Yuga, there is no need to ask. Krishna was born and he had a lot of enjoyment in Mathura. So Mannu Vadamadurai, Bhagavan does not want to lose his association with Mathura. So he keeps coming there again and again. Mannu Vadamadurai Maindanai, Thuya Perunir Yamunai Thuraivanai. Andal next talks about the supreme Yamuna Nadi. That is the river where Krishna took bath. He played with his friends. He drank the water and then gargled it again over there. He spit it out. So that water is his Shripada Tirtham. It is his Arghya Tirtham. It is his Padya Tirtham. Today when we do Tiruvaradhanam in our houses, we offer water to the Lord to wash his hands, to wash his feet, to wash his mouth, rinse his mouth and etc. That is called Arghyam Padyam Achamaniyam. At the end of the Tiruvaradhanam, we partake the Tirtham. In temples also you get Tirtha Prasadam. So that is a small vessel that holds Tirtham. Yamuna Nadi is nothing but a big vessel which holds the Tirtham that Krishna used to wash his hands in, wash his feet in and used to rinse his mouth. So that is why these rivers are considered holy. It is not that they have done great punyam or something and so they are holy. Ganga is holy because she comes from the feet of Lord Sriman Narayana. Yamuna is holy because Krishna took bath in it every day and he has touched that water every day. So, Thuya Perunir Yamunai Thuraivanai, Ayar Kulattinil Thonnum Ani Vilakkai. Ayar Kulam is the clan of the cowherds. Ayar Kulattinil Thondrum Ani Vilakku. We must not think that Krishna was born on that day. He took a new birth. He was only created on that day. He only manifested as Krishna. Thayai Kudal Vilakkam Sheida Tamodharanai. After manifesting, he behaved in such a way that everyone praised his mother. That is how each one of us should be. When someone looks at us, they should not think, oh, what sin did the parents of this person do? Why has such a person been born to such parents? They must not think so. Everyone must look at us and praise our parents that they have brought us up properly. That is how Krishna was. Thayai Kudal Vilakkam Sheida Tamodharan. The womb, the uterus of Yashoda or Devaki was praised so much. Yenna nonbu nottal holo ivalai petra vayurudayal is one of the Pasurams of Alvar. When someone sees Krishna, they start praising Yashoda because she is such a great person to have given birth to Krishna. So, similarly, Kausalya Suprajarama Purva Sandhya Pravartate. When Vishwamitra started waking up Rama, he first called him Kausalya Suprajaha, O superior child of Kausalya. So he is actually talking about praising Kausalya only. So similarly, Thuya Berinir Yamunai Thuraivanai, Ayar Hulattinil Thonnum Ani Vilakkai, Thayai Kudal Vilakkam Sheida Tamodharanai, Damodara. Bhagavan was bound by Yashoda when she caught him stealing butter. So, Thayai Kudal Vilakkam Sheida Damodaran. So, Bhagavan is the one who is controlling this whole universe. He has tied us in this universe and is keeping us here. However, when he took birth as Krishna, he was so simple. He was a servant to Yashoda that Yashoda could tie him. So, this shows Bhagavan is superior when we are not thinking about him as our friend. When you look at him as an enemy, he is a very superior person. When you think of him as your father or your mother or your friend or as your child, as your guide or as your teacher, then he is very close to us. That is what he did with Yashoda. If someone like Kamsa were to come see Krishna, Krishna would look like Paramatma and he would be a great warrior to look at. But when Yashoda sees him, she still sees him as a small child and Krishna behaves in such a way. As a small child, Krishna did not say, I am the creator, sustainer and destroyer of this universe, so you must all listen to what I say. Krishna wanted to get beaten up by Yashoda. He wanted to steal butter. He wanted to be tied up. He wanted to be called a thief. This is the enjoyment that he wanted to have. So that is why Krishna took birth. And so, Yamunai Thuraivanai, Ayaruhulathinil Thonnum Anivilakkai, Thayai Kudal Vilakkam Seida Tamodharanai. Such a person, Thuyomai Vandunam Thumalar Thuvit Thodudu, Vayanal Padi, Manathinal Shindika. Andal says the three things that Varaha preached to Bhumi Devi Nachiya. The three things are Thumalar Thuvit Thodudu. We must take good flowers and do archana to him. Thuvit Thodudu, Vayinal Padi. We must sing his praises. We must sing his namas using our mouth. Vayinal Padi, Manathinal Shindika. It must not be the case that our mouth is chanting something, but our mind has no devotion to Lord Krishna. It is thinking about some game or some movie or something else. We must have devotion in our minds, and our mouth should also chant something. Thumalar Thuvit Thodudu, Vayanal Padi, Manathinal Shindika. If we do this, Poya Pidayum, Puhadaruvan Ninnanavum, Thiyinil Tushahum. All the sins that we have committed till now, and all sins that we are unknowingly going to commit in the future, will all be forgiven by Krishna. They will not be a hurdle to us reaching liberation or salvation or having a good life. Once we go and say we surrender to Krishna, what he does is, he removes all our past sins and he makes sure that we are not burdened by all sins in the future that we do unknowingly. If we knowingly do something, we are going to have it. We have to experience the sorrow or the pleasure that punya or papa is going to give. If we do something unknowingly, then Krishna lets it slide and does not burden it with us. This is what Andal says. This Pashuram came because one of the Gopikas who was gathered with Andal raised a question. She asked, Dasharatha wanted to crown Rama as Yuvaraja. He called Vasishtha, called all the people of Ayodhya and made all the arrangements, but finally it did not happen. Kaikeyi asked for 2 boons and Rama was banished to the forest. So, when such great people plan something, it is still possible that it does not happen. Now, we are small girls. We don't know how to organize anything. We are not powerful. We are not knowledgeable. So, if we start this Margadi Nonbu, this Vratam, how can we be sure that this will conclude properly? This was the question of a Gopika. Andal replies to that, don't worry. Don't think that you are going to conduct this Vratam. The mistake that Vasishtha or Dasharatha did was, Dasharatha thought he is going to crown Rama as the Yuvaraja. Vasishtha thought, I am going to fix the auspicious day and conduct this ceremony. We are not thinking so. What we will do is, we will only praise Krishna. We will offer flowers to him. We will think of him always with a lot of Brahvi Bhavam in our minds. If we keep doing this, Bhagavan will automatically remove all the hurdles in our path and the Vratam will be concluded properly. So do not worry. We must not have pride that we are conducting this. That is called Garva. We must not have that Garva. What we must think is, Bhagavan is going to help me do this. I am starting something as a Kainkaryam service to Bhagavan, and so it is up to him to lend a hand in completing this service. So this is the thing that Andal conveys to us. The first thing is, we must not be blinded by pride thinking we are doing great things. It might be a dharma karyam. It might be a good thing to do for the society or for Bhagavan or for people. However, we must not be over proud. This is one thing. We must think that Bhagavan is using us as a tool to conduct these good activities. Next, we must keep chanting his names, thinking about him and offering flowers and doing archana to him. This will get rid of all papas. Similarly, we must think that Bhagavan is someone very superior to us, but he has taken birth as Krishna, hiding all his superiority just because we should be able to reach him, approach him and do surrender to him. So these are the tenets that Andal preaches in this Pashuram. Let us thank Andal once again for conveying these hidden meanings, all these rich gems of knowledge from the Vedanta in simple Tamil to us. Srimatye Vishnuchittarya Manonandana Hetave Nandanandana Sundaryai Godayai Nityamangalam.